That's the best beef stroganoff I've ever had. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Harambe's Bauble podcast, the Magic the Gathering podcast. I am one of your hosts, DC. This is episode number 23, rhymes with DC, sort of. I got on my Jordan shirt because Michael Jordan's the GOAT. And this
We'll
is
agree with that.
Jordan apparel. So I'm here with my boy, Will. What's up, Will?
Just living the dream, man. Living the dream. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Little slanging some spells. Got
Dude.
2 new decks to test out, man.
New decks. Gilly making her nightly appearance in the pod. Yeah, dude. Completely different decks.
Yeah.
I have a very, very rough first draft. Not even all my cards made it in the mail yet.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. There was they're not like imperative pieces, but they're like nice to haves. So I don't think it's going to make or break anything. So I should get a good idea of how it's going to perform based on this first draft tomorrow.
Heck yeah. I've gotten half mine in so far, so I'm kind of in a similar boat of like, I think I know the direction I want it to go, but it'll be a little rough for a little while still. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah,
Part of the journey.
I had to cut a lot of creatures because I was like, elves. And I had to cut a couple elves just for some game enders, like Miles Morales Spider-Man, just being able to pump all those elves up when he ETBs.
Okay.
Yeah. Stuff like that, just
Cool.
little things, little interactions.
Are you thinking more like a go wide swing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Still I've got a couple
TBD.
things I'm
That's
trying
fair.
to try out and see what works best.
Yeah.
Because obviously, Lathrel's ability, being able to tap 10 elves to deal 10 damage and gain 10 life, that's a potential game ender depending on how many elves I have on the board and
True.
if I have like Sanguine Bond on the board, stuff like that.
Ooh, and like a Seedborn Muse?
Don't own one.
That could be...
Yeah.
That's... Yeah. GG's right there.
So, I don't know.
But
I don't want to make it too Krinko-like, but Krinko does interact a little different because he's not inherently doing anything except making goblins, but he makes a lot of them depending on, it doesn't stack with Lathrel like it does with Krinko.
And it's definitely more like a lot of like ETB deal damage.
In
Goblins
Krinko,
exit, leave, deal damage.
Which doesn't really happen in elves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just different. And like I said, I had to think about putting a couple pieces in there to not only protect Lathrel, but to make her basically unblockable or at least scary big to the point where she can spill over damage with trample and stuff like that to make those elves.
Right, because when she deals combat damage, you make that many.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So,
Nice.
yeah. Wan Shi Tong, though, you think it's ready? I know you tested it a little bit.
Yeah, coming together. I got to play 4 games.
Gilly making noise.
Making noise.
That's my girl right
Just go
there.
take it right now.
That's my girl. She can do what she wants.
So Wan Shi Tong. Yeah, no, I don't know. I think it's coming together. After I played those first few games with Michael, it was kind of like, okay, I think I kind of know where I want to go with it in the sense of like, I'm going to have a couple of alternate win cons and some other strategies, but mostly going to go like card draw based synergy. Kind of doing like I made like a connection with Tifa with that deck almost, where it was kind of like Tifa, one of the things I really loved was like having these big explosive landfall moments of getting just a bunch of lands out, having like catastrophic stuff happen because of that. And this is going to be more like drawing cards in like mass amounts and then stuff happening.
And then catastrophic things happening because of that.
Yeah, but like less so like me drawing cards because I'm trying to find stuff to play and more me drawing cards and stuff happens because I'm drawing.
Right, triggers from that.
Yeah, which to me felt more fun than like playing solitaire with myself for, 10, 15 minutes. So there's a few game enders. It's mostly late game because I built a lot of combos around Enter the Infinite, which is just 12 mana, just very pricey. But it is like if you want to draw cards, you will not get a card that will draw you more than Enter the Infinite. So It'll be fun. I mean, I've learned a lot about mono blue though, and definitely I think I've come to realize, I was realizing this as I was driving to work today, that I feel like my gripes with counter magic weren't actually with like the counter spells themselves. It was the people that I was playing against that were countering. And like, cause I feel like when you play like mono blue and you play, especially against other mono colors, we talked a little bit last week where it's like, you need that in blue. Like you don't have questing beast or mossborn hydra or these like low mid game creatures that just get enormous. Like, so you have to have ways of preserving yourself, slow it down, tempo, like rattling whatever cage just long enough to like bide you time. So it's been cool. It's been a good exercise. Definitely can see why people say blue is the strongest. I don't know if I would say it's the strongest on its own, but definitely pairing with another color, I could see that argument for sure.
On its own, for sure. It
especially
struggles, but
like higher power tables. Like if the game is going to get won or lost on the stack, you're going to want blue on your side.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you said, though, it pairs so well. You just think of like how good Simic is, how good Izzet is, how good Dimir is.
Turns out drawing cards and seeing more of your deck is really good.
Yeah, and being able to counter at key times.
Right.
That stuff, super important. But that's why, you're right, that's why it's the most powerful color. Not because it's so good on its own, but because
when you pair it.
How well it does with other colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never really played Golgari much. So this is new avenues for me. Like Golgari really wants to do graveyard stuff, but I was like, I didn't really want to do graveyard recursion because I'm already doing that with the ghoul, and that's enough for me. I don't need to do any more of that. That's stressful enough. Like seeing stuff you really want going to your graveyard.
Right.
I don't need it in multiple decks.
Yeah.
So I kind of removed all those pieces. I focused on, like ramping and trying to, I don't know, get stuff out that go wide, like you said, or combo off of the elves, or just stuff like that. Because I love combos.
Are you gonna do like some Golgari aristocrat, like your Bastion of Remembrance kind of stuff?
No, I don't have that. I do have. I can't remember the elf that whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses, or whenever a token you control dies, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life.
90 Years Nightblade.
Yeah, that I do have.
Yeah, they're an elf. Right.
Yeah, it is an elf. So I've got stuff like that where it's, I'm probably going to lose a lot of my 1/1 bodies.
Yeah.
From
might
blocking.
As well
so
try to benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm just trying to maximize the stuff in it. Again, I don't even know how it's going to win. I just finished putting it together today.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to have to find those winning pieces as I go and figure out what I want to focus on going forward with it.
That's like the fun of the journey, though, I feel like, too,
Yeah. Not everything can be synergistic right off the bat like goblins. Like, sometimes you got to put in the work.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Krenko, man, that stupid.
Just fits like a glove.
It does. Like, it's just so easy to pilot, and you don't even have to think. It's just go.
Yeah.
Just go. And there's something fun about that, though, I will say.
For sure.
Something about just turning your brain off and autopilot being NASCAR.
And just, it's not like 7 layers of chess. It's like I have one thing that I can do, and if I can't do it,
I don't care what anyone else is doing. Right. I'm trying to vomit out goblins.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so LexCon, I didn't get to play last week. Did you end up playing at Ian's? No, you didn't. Apparently, Krenko with another person won at Ian's, which is kind of funny. No one can escape Krenko, I guess. But I did go to LexCon this past weekend, which is why I wasn't here. I took Dan with me on Saturday because we were going to go play Magic, and it ended up just being me and Dan for most of the time there. We had like 2 kids show up the entire time, like literal kids. Like, I don't know how old the first kid was, but he was really nice. He had a really interesting deck his second time around because he played us twice. It was all about getting out rabbit tokens. Like, that was his main focus, which was, I mean, it could get out of hand, but I was playing Krenko and it just won because I was like, oh, we'll both make tokens.
Was it like a heir apparent kind of?
No, it wasn't heir apparent. I forget the commander, but it was literally about making rabbit tokens.
That's cool.
So that was interesting. His first deck, I don't even remember what he played. Oh, it was the one green and red goblin. I can't think of its name. It's like the uncommon one, but it's a legendary. I don't know. He didn't really do much with that, and Dan won that one. I can't even remember what Dan was playing. I think he was playing Vamps. But I ended up winning game 2 there. And then Dan and I 1v1 for a while. And he's really been trying to push his Captain America deck to the limits and push it to bracket 5. So we played, I was like, all right, let's see how good it really is. And I played Brea. And he smoked me game 1, dude. He Force-of-Willed me and Cyclonic Rifted me. And it was just like I couldn't recover.
Captain America or Iron Man?
Or I'm sorry, not Captain America, Iron Man.
Oh,
yeah, Iron Man.
Okay. I was like, dang, he made another.
No. Sorry. I think he has Cap Shield in that, maybe, is what I'm thinking of. But yeah, he was playing Iron Man, and he's been really trying to push it to bracket 5, like see how good he can actually get it. And he has like so many game changers in it, man. It's like when he hits, it's hard to deal with. Like he's got some of the Moxes and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So he, I had Urza out, the one that makes constructs, Chief Artificer.
Yeah.
And it only could do so much against what he was doing, because once he Cyclonic Rifted me, it was over. And he just swung in and got me.
Yeah.
Game 2, I infinited on turn 5. I just got my pieces. He didn't have an answer in his hand to counter me. He tried to counter me once, but I had a counter spell in my hand. And then game 3, I got Urza out again, and he just wasn't I wasn't getting any of my combo pieces. I was making big scary constructs with Menace, and he just couldn't handle it. He had to use his stuff out to block, and he just couldn't ever get outpaced.
Yeah.
Dude,
that Urza does
with that
work.
Infinity for artifacts too, making you able to play it on turn 3 a lot of the times is just dumb. It's so freaking good. It's
so
such
cool.
an insane card.
It really is.
Yeah.
Especially in a deck like Brea, where you just are vomiting out artifacts.
Especially because it can't lands count, artifact lands count, stuff like that. I mean, it's
all your rocks and Thopters, and
it's just an insane card. I don't know how it's not a game changer. It should be a game changer. That card's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So anyway, I ended up getting him. I was surprised. So I beat him twice out of the 3. I mean, like I said, I did get kind of lucky that game too, because he just wasn't hitting. But his deck, dude, that Iron Man deck's insane.
It's pretty good.
He's pushing it to the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we played a game after that, one game with another kid who he was 17. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name if you're listening, because I know I gave you the card. He was using the Artifact Dragon, that's the 5-color one, and he was just playing crazy amount of cards, because Dan and I just kept going after each other like crazy and kind of ignoring what he was doing. I was playing the Ghoul, and Dan was playing Mothman, so we were doing rad stuff. Yeah. And we were both just trying to counteract each other.
Is it Ramos?
Ramos, yeah.
Okay.
He was playing Ramos. And yeah, if you ignore Ramos, don't ignore Ramos, because if you let Ramos go off, Ramos really goes off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to have some fresh faces, and it was cool to play with some, like 2 other people at least. But shouts out to both of those boys. They were really nice kids.
Surprising to hear that there weren't many other people there to play Magic, though.
No, man, we were there from like 12 to 4, and no one showed up except for those 2 kids. So it's like, it's not just like we came in a weird time or something. Like, we were there a long time.
Yeah.
Because I think they were only supposed to play till like 6. So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know, but it was fun though.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Good rest of the time at the con.
Yeah, it was chill. We got some art for the studio.
We do. Studio art.
Be coming up soon.
soon.
Yeah, so stoked for
Spending
that.
some big bucks for it. No, but it does look
actually
pretty cool. It was
kind of
it was
expensive.
pretty cool for
yeah. It was one of those. I can't remember the artist's name, but it was one of those where it's a big artist and they send people out to conventions to sell their art.
Okay.
And shouts out to the chick who sold it to me though. She was really nice. She had me on Pokemon Go. She had on Pokemon Go. She had on I forget her name. She had on like Bulbasaur everything. It was sick. It was sick. She's really cool. Shouts out.
Speaking of, I got the remaster of Fire Red.
Ah, yeah, boy.
Going Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
I usually a Charmander or Squirtle guy. I was like, you know what? We're going Bulbasaur this time.
Well, Morgan will tell you that's the best choice ever. He actually went on a whole like spiel with this chick. He's like, that's the best starter, right? She's like, yeah, I love him. And he's like, no, it's the best because you win the first 2 gyms by default. because it's rock and water.
Yeah.
And she's
Get a
like,
little
okay.
advantage. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So shouts out to my best friend Morgan for being. I'm not going to say what I want to say there, but you know, I kind of watch what I'm saying. But I love him to death. My best bud forever. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool time.
Nice. Well, we got some Strixhaven spoilers that we can dive into.
Yeah.
Full set not spoiled yet, but a lot was spoiled over the last couple of days.
Yeah, there was like a big drop today. I thought it was going to be the full thing again because it's sneaking up on us, brother. Like,
Right.
We're
Pre-release
getting,
is what, the 14th or something?
yeah, we're getting real close, a couple weeks away. And anything outside of your boy with Ancestral Recall on it that was confirmed, anything to you stand out? Other than the lands, my God, the lands.
The lands looked very cool.
Oh man, I can't wait to. I'm gonna buy some of those. Those
I
look
honestly
beautiful.
thought that Goblin Sorcerer that you showed was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, what's his name?
Sonar Unfinished Genius.
Sonar.
So he's a blue and a red for a 0/4 legendary creature, Goblin Sorcerer. He enters prepared. And you can tap create a treasure token, activate only if you've cast an instant or sorcery spell, and then his kind of reverse adventure thing, whatever that official prepared whatever it is.
Prepared spell, yeah.
Going to be Wild Idea. So 3 blue red sorcery, search your library for an instant or sorcery card, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle. Kind of cool. I mean,
tutor on a body.
Is it Spell Slinger? Can make treasure tokens so you can cast more stuff, can fetch things so you can cast things to make more treasures, and it all just feeds in for 2 mana.
Because Izzet needs help,
and
sure.
It's a legendary.
Yeah, Izzet definitely needs help.
Be a cool commander. They do, now that they keep stripping away.
Yeah,
cool.
so I thought this was interesting. It's a pretty cool card, but also it was interesting because he just got revealed in Lorwyn. Sonar did in a different card, and I was like talking to Dan about it, and Dan's like, "No, it's like they use the Phyrexian portal to go to the School of Mages." Because I was like, "Are they planeswalking? So that means he's a planeswalker? Like, what is happening?"
Yeah, he's just in school now.
Yeah, he's just using the portal to go to school.
He's a genius, but he's unfinished.
Right.
So he's not prepared quite yet.
Get it? Prepared.
Yeah.
Please give us money, Watsy.
Send us packs, please.
Yeah.
We'll send them back after. Maybe.
That one's really cool. I really like all the Elder Dragons that were revealed, and I can see a ton of use for them in a lot of my decks, but the one I actually liked the most was, where is it at? I know Dan really liked the Prismari, the inspiration, the Izzet one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
the instant sorceries have Storm.
Yeah, or no, that's the one I liked. Yeah, that's the one I liked. He liked the one with Cascade, Quandrix, the Proof, which I like that one too. Instant and sorcery spells you cast from your hand have Cascade, and it also has Cascade. So that's really cool. It's gonna be a really fun commander, especially in those colors.
Yeah.
In Simic, you can get that out turn 3, no worries. 6 mana, who cares? But yeah, Prismari, the inspiration is nutty to me. It's a 7/7 legendary creature, Elder Dragon, 5 anything, a blue and a red. It's flying war to pay 5 life. That's not nothing, man. Paying 5 life, at the end of the game, you might just die,
It's 1/8 of your life total.
True. Instant and sorcery spells you cast have Storm. Gross.
Yeah.
Absolutely gross. Yeah, again, as if Izzet needed more help.
That's one that, like, I don't know, I guess I don't think I've ever played against a Storm deck that was low power. Like, I don't know if they exist, do they? Like, can you have, like, a good Storm deck that's bracket 2? Or is it kind of always inherently more that 4 or 5?
I mean, I guess you could, but it'd be... Yeah, I mean, like, I think at the minimum,
I guess it would be
a
Storm,
3.
like, it'd be like non-infinite kind of Storm, I guess, kind of things.
Yeah, like, you know...
Like, I grape shot you
like
twice
6
or something.
Yeah. I like how we both use grape shot right there. Great minds.
That is crazy though.
Yeah, that's nutty. I mean, 7 mana is a lot for sure.
But it's only a blue and a red too, so I
Yeah.
mean,
So it's not hard. You're not hard
get
casting
some
a
mana rocks
particular
out
color.
there. Have your goblin sorcerer boy making treasures.
Yep.
You could get there pretty quick.
Yeah, man. It's a pretty stupid card. And then we got the full reveal of Professor Delian Fell, the new Planeswalker. So it doesn't appear we have purple mana, by the way. So sorry for all the people that thought that was going to happen. Yeah, so you want to read Delian or you want me to? Since I just read one, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I got it here if you want me to.
No, I got it. Just brought it up.
Yep.
All right. So the Professor, comes out with 5 loyalty counters. It's 2 and a black-green to cast. You can +2, gain 3 life. 0, draw a card, lose 1 life. -3, destroy target creature. And -6, you get an emblem with whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So, I mean, really just everything that Golgari is going to want to do. I mean, a lot of paying life to do stuff. So if you need to get your life back up, get your life back up.
Yeah.
If you need some card draw, hey, what's 1 life? Get 1 card for a life. That's a great deal.
You just gain 5 or 3 life from his +2. And
Yeah. Destroying target creature. For 4 mana, there's a lot that you can do with this, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it feels like finally we have a Planeswalker like that's worth running.
That can be
again.
useful in like modern.
I don't think it's probably going to do much in Standard. Planeswalkers are just too slow right now in Standard, which is just crazy that that's true. But in Commander, there's a lot to be done with this. I mean, you think about it. +2 past turn, assuming you can protect it. Next turn, you get a Bloodthirsty Conqueror on for a particular opponent. I mean, it only targets a single opponent, but still, I mean, you can quickly drain someone right away.
For sure. Super cool.
Yeah. He looked like the art and stuff looks really, I mean, it's like Dan said today, the art's always good, but I don't know, man. This art it's busting.
Dude, I'm loving that they're releasing so many like good quality lands too. I mean, we're talking about this a little bit too in the chat where, I mean, you sent over some numbers, which might honestly be good to kind of mention of like how the game's changed since 2020, because those were really interesting.
Man.
But like one thing that I was thinking about as Dan's sending these updated photos of some of the lands that they're dropping is that I feel like since 2020, the quality of lands has just improved so much in the sense that like you now don't have to break the bank to like formulate a decent mana base for your deck.
Yeah, they have a lot of the cycle lands and stuff that are dual function, like, mountain, forest, or whatever. They enter tapped, but again, like you said, they don't break the bank. You can go fetch for them with like fetch lands or Farseek or whatever, things that say mountain, plains, whatever. You can get those dual lands. So also the ones that are dual lands that they enter untapped if you control like X.
Like 2 or more basics or something like that.
But again, they're dual.
Really useful.
It's super useful.
Especially in non-green colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like being able to ramp effectively just by like meeting your land drop, but it kind of can serve different purposes. Like
it's like those
useful.
Obscura lands. Whenever they enter, you go search for a forest or a plains or whatever else too. Like those lands, get your landfall up. Go search for one of those dual purpose lands. I wish they would I wish they would reprint triomes, because those are
the price is getting a little hefty.
Yeah,
they need to. I mean, they did reprint a lot of the shock lands recently, so who knows? Maybe that'll be next.
Oh, come on, Reality Fracture, give it to us.
Right.
Reprint the triomes.
Maybe Reality Fracture, they'll keep doing this reverse adventure thing, but with the OG dual lands or something like that.
I don't even know how they would do that, but that'd be crazy.
I guess it'd have to be a normal adventure.
Oh, one card that I saw today that was revealed that's going to be really good and limited, and maybe even find some purpose elsewhere in Commander and such, is it's a green boy It's a 1 mana, like 1/1, but it has a prepared spell that is basically rampant growth on a body, or it is rampant growth on a body. It literally, the text box is rampant growth. Yeah.
For a 1 mana initial investment, though.
Yeah.
That's
so
not
like
bad.
you pay 3 mana, but you also get a body. I mean,
Yeah.
just to have it prepared. Like, yeah, you might lose the spell, but or if your opponent's going to use its removal to get rid of it, then cool.
Right.
Which also brings up a point. The stats I was talking about today. I was watching Prof, Tellurian Community.
Sorry, just real quick. Studious First Year is the one you're talking about. And it's
Studious
a
First
bear
Year.
wizard.
Yeah.
I got to get that.
Is it 1 mana? Am I right about
Yeah,
that?
1 mana.
Okay.
And it's a common.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be busted and limited.
That's a good common.
Yeah. Busted limited. Anyway, the stats I was pulling were from Prof. He had all those stats about how since 2020, more new cards have been printed than all of Magic prior.
Yeah.
Like double.
Unique cards.
Double
like new
the amount
unique cards.
of unique cards.
Right.
Which is just
crazy.
It's nutty, man. No wonder no one can keep up. No wonder there's such insane power creep.
Right.
Like, we got to reprint some stuff, man. Like, I don't understand. They shouldn't want scalpers. They should want they shouldn't want resellers to be a thing. They should want people to just buy the sets because they're good, not because they're trying to make a profit. And maybe they are making a lot of money from that, I guess, or at least maybe that's what Hasbro sees. But man, the aftermarket for some of these cards that are just not getting reprinted, it just keeps going up and up and up. Every new set that comes out that these don't get reprinted, prices just keep skyrocketing.
Right.
I mean, you look at Amulet of Vigor. 10 years ago, that was a $10 card, and now it's $50.
Yeah.
Dumb. It's just dumb. Like, we need to do something different, Watsy. We need to start reprinting some old cards, even if they're not like the best cards. Just let's stop printing so many new cards.
Yeah. And the number that you shared, it was on average 1,922 new cards per year since September 2020.
Wild.
And probably of that 1,900, you got to think like if you're trying to play, I mean, let's just throw out like bracket 3 and above. I mean, it's probably like a third of that are like actually valid for consideration.
Stuff you could use.
Like usable. Yeah. And maybe outside of Commander too, like in other formats. I'm sure it's not like, I'm sure there is 0 formats in all of Magic that's like all 1,900 of these are amazing and we love all of them.
Right.
So yeah, there's a lot of fodder at the bottom of the.
Well, I had a point to this on top of it. So what you said before about I forget exactly what you said, but what it sparked in my brain. This is how my brain works. Is he was talking about Commander Singleton actually being a dying format, and it's because there are so many cards that have multiple versions of the same card. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, even in the Avatar set, it's not called Rampant Growth, but it is Rampant Growth. It's just called something different.
Yeah.
And so really when you're playing a Singleton format, it's not really a Singleton format because you're playing the same cards just with different names. And it's, the whole fun of Commander EDH before was like the randomness of like, what am I going to get? When you're getting, potentially 1 out of 6 cards in your deck that are the same thing, it's not really that random anymore.
Yeah, that's true. It does kind of help people refine strategies a lot more though, too. Where it's kind of like if I want this ability and it's really going to help my deck, I want to try to make sure I have every variation of what can do that ability to try and make sure consistently I can like do what I'm trying to do. So it's kind of the pros and cons of like, you lose the randomness of like investing in other strategies, but you have less of those games where it's like, man, I've got this piece from strategy A, but I also have this piece from strategy B and they don't interact with each other.
But I think his point I think his point is he was very specific with his words. He didn't say Commander, he said Singleton format. he thinks singleton format's a dying
Yeah.
thing. And
Well,
I
it
kinda
is for sure
yeah.
because I mean, no one wants to just have one card that has a certain ability that you want.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like more cards that have a certain ability are going to be great.
Well, that begs the question though, and why I brought it up. Do you think Commander's getting better with all the
Yes.
cards, or do you think it's getting too washed?
I think
Washed
Commander
out.
is more fun now than it's ever been since I played Magic.
Nice.
I loved Magic when I first started to play, but if I had to go back pre 2020, I wouldn't want to. Like, it's so much fun now.
There's
and
definitely a lot more tools at disposal.
a lot more tools,
Yeah.
a lot more variation, a lot more like archetypes that you can explore, and like options for within that. Like, I mean, cards like Judy that we had, and like the Umbral Zealot
Yeah.
guy. Like, how many different options of like sacking something to do something?
Right.
Like, 20 years ago, you wouldn't have had all these different options.
Yeah, you get to play like two.
Right.
Vampiric Rights. No,
So,
actually,
I don't
it's
know.
funny you mentioned that. I just put Judy and Umbral whatever in Food and Friends. So,
Okay.
dude, I made small upgrades to every deck that I own. Literally every single deck, I at least added 2 or 3 cards and removed 2 or 3 cards at minimum. Some way more than that, and mostly it's just I was looking through my bulk whenever I was looking for elves. And I was like, oh, that'd be good in that deck. Oh, that'd be good in that deck. So I just like set them aside. And like when I was done building elves, I was like, all right, this is for this deck. This is for this deck. This is for this deck. And there's still a couple I gotta fit in somewhere. I think I figured it out. But you ever get to the point too? And I'm sorry, we're spitballing like crazy, but it's just bringing up conversation topics. You ever get to the point when you're deck building too, where it's like you don't want to take anything out, and you're like trying to figure out how, like, this card is too good, I have to put it in. What can I force myself to take out?
Yeah.
Dude, this happened to me so much lately, and that is the inverse of that. Whenever you've got a lot of tools in the toolkit, like you're trying to min max at some point,
Yeah.
and I don't know what to take out for Door of Destinies in allies, but I know I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It definitely having the more option, it makes it hard because you definitely have to get a lot of reps in, but also like what you're saying of just kind of continuously building decks over time. I feel like that's what's also kind of fun about a lot of these new sets coming out is like even decks like Omnith or Tifa or Vivi that I don't really play as much anymore. Like I'm still keeping an eye out, and there's still cards every now and then where it's like, ooh, that'd be kind of fun. And like they're like a living organism instead of like this. It's not like buying a video game on the shelf where it's like everything is that you get there minus like whatever DLC, like that's what you get.
Yeah.
It's like you can keep changing it over time. And
For sure. And some of the upgrades you make to your decks, that might be the cards you take out might be an upgrade for some of the decks you haven't played in a while.
right.
That's happened to me a lot too, where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, this isn't fit in here anymore, but this would be a great upgrade to this deck I haven't played in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a few instances with like Wan Shi Tong where, I mean, because I took probably like around 25 or so cards out of Vivi just to get Wan Shi Tong like playable, like with decent removal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then as I started getting more stuff for Wan Shi Tong, it was kind of cool because it was like, actually, this card is just better in Vivi, so I'm just going to move it back. Or like, I don't know, you just kind of find, like you said, different cards that maybe you think it fits in one deck pretty well, but then when you play enough reps, you're kind of like, actually, that fits like really well over here. So maybe
Or you
move
just
that
hate the
there.
card too. Sometimes I'll put a card in, I'm like, this card's going to be great in this deck, and then
Yeah.
I never find a good use for it, and I just like, I don't ever want to play this card again in any deck. I'm just
Done with it.
Yeah, I'm done with it. Yeah, like you said, reps matter. Reps definitely matter.
And it gets harder the more decks you get because then you
Don't get to get reps
don't
in.
get to get the reps in like
Yeah.
which is why we got to do a Magic in the cabins weekend.
Dude, yeah, we got to plan that sooner than later. I got to have it because I want to play every deck multiple times.
Yeah.
See what I really like and don't like. So real quick before we get to our Harambe's hot hits, but the Deadpool Secret Lair dropped today. I'm
it, right?
a DJ, and I ended up getting the Pool Party version, which is like the super pretty, crazy foil rainbow stuff.
Oh, the confetti foil.
Confetti foil, yeah.
Nice.
Just because it's so unique. And I do love Deadpool and I do love Marvel. Like we talked about before, if it's something that is like really fits for me and it's something unique, even if the cards aren't unique themselves, like the art is unique,
Yeah.
I'm about it. I don't care. I'll pay the extra money. It's the collector in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one's definitely a good collector secret layer.
Because they're all cards I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All very playable card, like classic cards.
For Commander specifically.
For Commander, yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool is pretty cool. I've honestly thought, I don't know, there's not many Rakdos commanders that I've seen that look like they'd be fun, but Deadpool kind of seems like he'd be kind of fun to make.
Just because he's so different.
Just so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we approach trying to make a deck for every color combination, Rakdos is definitely going to be one I'm going to struggle with.
Yeah.
Because I don't play a ton of. Before this year, I hadn't played a ton of black, period. Now I'm like all about it, I guess, because I'm going to be building a third black deck whenever Marvel comes out for Doctor Doom. And then mono red, I have goblins, but that's really all I'll ever do in mono red, like guaranteed. I'm not going to do anything else with mono red. And putting the two together, I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem very fun.
No. I feel like it definitely has like a thing about it. Like people, there's like a stigma about Rakdos. I feel like. And
I'd agree with that. It's kind of icky.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an icky color combination.
You're too to play with blue, like the black, red, and blue.
Yeah.
But you still want to just
Grixis
with everybody's world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I really like Grixis.
Grixis is cool. It is mean, though.
It is super mean.
Very mean.
The second Commander deck I ever built was a Throxamander Grixis deck.
Oh, that's right. I remember that card in Brea. You had it for a little while, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie assassin.
Yeah. He's mean. Makes people sacrifice stuff. Adds the counter when they do, so it gets bigger immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of want to make that my commander again, just for fun. That's a little throwback. All right. So we've rambled a ton, which is, again, what this podcast is for. Us rambling about Magic.
Yeah. And hopefully people want to hear it.
Hopefully.
And if not, then at least we'll have fun talking about Magic.
I'm having a blast, dude. I'm not going to lie. This has been a very fun episode for me.
I'm with you. Same here, man. Harambe's Hot Hits.
Brought to you by Columbia brand.
Columbia.
And Jordan brand.
And Jordan.
In you, there are two wolves. Both of them love cardboard products.
Is it a Michael Jordan shirt with the wolves?
Dude, yeah, it's a Jordan brand shirt. Here, let me stand up so that people can see it. It's a Jordan brand shirt with two wolves on it with like lightning action.
That's awesome.
I saw this and I immediately had to order it. Actually, wifey got one to match, so we got matching Jordan brand wolf.
That's cool.
Shirts. Yeah, this is one of the sickest shirts I've seen in a long time, I'm going to be honest. Because this is like 90s as heck.
Yeah, dude, you just need like one of those like pastel windbreakers over top and it'll be all good.
Or like the starter brand jacket over top. Yeah.
The swishy pants to go with them.
Yeah. Like New Orleans, or not New Orleans Hornets. Yeah, New Orleans Hornets. Charlotte Hornets. It'd be Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets.
Either
those
Charlotte
jackets
Hornets,
were so cool, man.
Yeah. Or
classic.
Or just Chicago Bulls. Your classic.
Classic.
All right, so last week we revealed our new Harambe Hot Hit players.
Yeah.
I went with Isshin, and you went with
Korvold.
Do you want to give your recap of last week and then what your new card is?
For sure. So last week went with Nuka-Cola Vending Machine. And this week, gonna go with, it's a fairly new edition, but every time that I've played it, it's just been insane. And that is Campsite Cuisine. It's from the Final Fantasy Chocobo Commander set that they came out with a little bit later, after the initial set. So it's an enchantment for 1 and a green. Whenever this enchantment or a legendary creature you control enters, create a food token. And whenever you attack, you may sacrifice X foods. When you do, up to X target attacking creatures each gain +3/+3 and trample and indestructible until end of turn. Which most of the time I'm only going to want X to be 1, and that's for Korvold. I mean, he's already got flying, so if you can give him trample and indestructible and +3/+3, and I'm sacrificing a food to do that, so it's going to make him get a +1 and I'll draw a card. I mean, the synergies just run amok very quickly.
This card only costing 2 makes me sick. This card should cost like 4 to cast.
2 is insane for this. And
Just,
the fact that it generates foods on its own also, like,
yeah, nutty card. I feel like you always get, ever since you put it in Korvold, I feel like you draw it every.
I've gotten it every game. I feel like
game, and it just wrecks my face every single time.
It's just so useful because I've really dove into like the food synergy now and producing a lot of food tokens. So, I mean, yeah, it's great being able to gain life, but being able to buff and trample indestructible,
yeah,
like that's a great way to use foods. And another great example of like any food deck, you're probably going to want to look into this because it's another way to utilize those as a different kind of resource instead of life gain.
And it was only printed in that Chocobo bundle, so the price is only going to go up.
Yeah, and oddly enough, this is one of those where the foil is cheaper than the non-foil, which I don't really understand. Yeah, so the non-foil right now is 18 marketplace, foil is 14. I got mine for 12.
I wonder if maybe the other one was in collector boosters, the non-foil, and then the foil was
maybe in the bundle itself. Could be.
And most people bought a Chocobo bundle, so it's like more
supply.
Prevalent. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. From the little microeconomics that I do know, that seems to stick. The math is mathin'. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what I got, and I'm sticking to it. Campsite cuisine.
We should have a college course, and we teach micro and macro economics of Magic the Gathering.
Of Magic?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
New segment.
Yeah. Okay.
We're coming up with ideas on the show live. We're doing it live.
What do you got for us?
All right, so Isshin, like I said, is my commander for this version of Harambe's Hot Hits. Last week I picked Mjolnir, which is just stupid good, and so, I was like, I had to go with an artifact or equipment to go with Isshin, since it's all about having good equipment triggers and stuff like that. But it's also about having good creature triggers. And you got to have ways to fetch all those great equipment in your deck. And I wanted to go with Stoneforge Mystic, but that's like $40, so I didn't want to be mean and give that card because that card's incredible, but it's $40. So the next best thing, and it's very cheap, it's like, I don't know, 63 cents, is Gilgamesh, Master at Arms. It is 4 generic and 2 red. Legendary creature, human samurai. It's a 6/6. When Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them on the battlefield, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put one or more equipment onto the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control. Now, I did mention last week this used to be a Samurai Tribal deck. It's not any longer, but there's still just good Samurai in this deck, including Isshin himself. So, and also Gilgamesh is a Samurai. You get double triggers on this whenever Isshin's on the battlefield. And throwing 2 equipment, and again, it's an attack trigger. So throwing 2 equipment on the battlefield, immediately attaching it to your attacker, potentially, like Gilgamesh himself, could make him really dumb out of nowhere. I can't tell you how many times this card has just gotten out of hand at our table and become enemy number 1.
Yeah. And you're looking at the top 6 cards, too, which
top
is
6.
Insane. I mean, triggers twice. You're looking through
12 cards.
Over a fourth of your library.
And I run like 15, 16 equipment cards, something like that.
So
probably going to hit
pretty
one.
Good. Yeah.
At least one, probably 2.
So cool.
Yeah. You know, 6 mana is kind of pricey for sure, but there's enough ways to get your mana base up with rocks and stuff like that in these colors.
Yeah.
It's not really a problem. It's usually mid game and like where you want to try to end the game, and it probably can get there at that point.
Definitely one of those that can tip the scales.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah,
And a Final Fantasy. 2 Final Fantasy picks.
yeah, man. Didn't even plan that.
Not so bad after all.
Yeah. If you have a lot of money, just get Stoneforge Mystic because it's 2 mana. But it's $40. But this is, like I said, you probably want to run Gilgamesh and Isshin anyway because of the double triggers on the equipment searching.
For sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Like it, man.
Yeah.
Solid pick.
Yeah, man. It's Isshin's one of those ones where I always have fun playing Isshin, even if I don't win. I've not won a lot with him lately because I don't know. Tron decks I feel like kind of got power crept out, and I'm trying to balance between Tron and triggers, and it's kind of narrow on how it tries to win. So if my stuff gets destroyed, that's kind of like, that sucks. Kind of just lose.
And he doesn't really have, like, if he had green, you could have more protection spells, but
Right.
white's kind of limited. I mean, it has some, but
Yeah, but some is
Some.
yeah.
yeah.
And it's a lot of double white, and there's already a lot of double red in these colors, and I don't really want to do both double red and double white stuff. But that's a good little hint on what's to come next week for number 3 in the Harambe's hot hits. So be thinking about that. If you can guess what that is based off that, I'll send you $7 on PayPal so that you can buy a Kamigawa pack from wherever, like a Neon Dynasty Kamigawa pack. Or Final Fantasy, I don't care. Regular Final Fantasy. $7, $7. So one of the two. But you have to send me a picture of whichever one you buy. The person who guessed Lathril still has not claimed their prize. I was like, hey, send me a PM. I got you. So if you're listening, dude, please send me a PM and I'll give you money from my wallet.
I think the
virtual
podcast
wallet.
policy is 3 weeks after an unclaimed, the co-host gets to redeem. So you've got another week, maybe, and then
he's gonna crack your
I
pack.
don't want to do it, but
He's gonna crack your pack on stream.
I got to stick to policy.
Not
so,
on stream, but on screen, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Policy's policy. Baby.
Policy's policy.
Yeah.
Got those SOPs I got to adhere to.
We should write SOPs for the
For
pod.
Harambe. Yeah.
Like put them right here. Like,
Show is canceled this week due to quality assurance concerns.
too much animal appearance. I don't know.
Unsafe work environment.
Yeah. Oh man. Dude, this has been a long pod.
It has. We've been podding.
Pretty long. I feel like in person the juices flow, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In more ways than one.
Ooh. On that note,
I mean, well,
bye.
I guess bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
my
Bye.
friend.